What's going on, you guys? DevSynchro here. So before we get into this video, I do want to say that I know that not only this video, but the videos following are very, very late. They're from rangerstop Orlando, which was 3 months ago. And yeah, that is very, very tardy of me, and I really want to apologize. First of all, I want to make it clear that this is not any indication of how I feel about the people in this video, David Fieldings, or any of the people following. David Fieldings specifically was very kind and friendly to talk to. It was very nerve-wracking to talk to the foundation of this franchise, and that's the thing. Without David Fieldings, there is no Zordon. Without Zordon, there's no Teenagers with Attitude. Without Teenagers with Attitude, there is no legacy that follows that. So without David, there is no Power Rangers. So this is absolutely nothing about how I feel about David. I have nothing but the utmost respect about him and what he does and what he's decided to do following, which we will talk about in the video. And this most certainly is not an indication of how I feel about the other people that I talked to in the following videos. And this most certainly is not an indication of how I feel about my friend Jezzer, who was kind enough to use his network, his connections, to get me the interview with the people that I've had the pleasure of talking to. And I feel terrible for having besmirched the opportunity that he gave me. And I will try to do better in the future. And that's all I can promise. The fact of the matter is, this is my fault. This is all me. A lot of personal stuff came into the way, a lot of technical stuff came into the way, and the fact, unfortunately, it's just me. I don't have a team. This is all on me. It literally is just me, Oos, and I have no one else to fall back on. And I'm not saying that as an excuse. There is no excuse for this kind of tardiness. This is just an explanation. The fact of the matter is, I wanted an opportunity that I wasn't ready for, and people say that this is a learning curve, and that's all this can be, honestly. I can only apologize and promise to do better in the future. So with that said, hope you guys enjoy the video and my conversation with the amazing David Fieldings. What is going on, everyone? DevSynchro here, live at rangerstop Orlando with the amazing, the legendary voice of Power Rangers, Zordon himself, David Fieldings. How's it going, sir?
It's going all right. It's going all right.
So, second day of rangerstop Orlando. How's the convention been treating you?
rangerstop always treats us really well, so I'm really happy to be back here. So yeah.
Excellent. You're constantly at pretty much every Power Ranger convention. You were at rangerstop Atlanta
a couple years ago.
Yeah, and then do you have any plans of attending PMC Power Morphicon?
Yeah, it all depends on if they ask me. I would love to go again. I mean, Power Morphicon is an amazing time. Scott is a wonderful promoter, so I mean, if they ask, I'll go. Yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you because you have such a strong legacy, and I know you always mention whenever people talk about you only recorded your face like one time, right, but your voice has been going on for pretty much the whole series up to the last season when Zato was Zordon. It wasn't you, but the fact that you started that all, how do you feel? How does it feel to have touched so many generations of Power Ranger fans?
Well, I mean, just to clarify, I mean, I did the voice for the first 31 episodes, yes, and then Robert Manahan took over. They still use my face, but Robert's voice. So when a lot of people think about Zordon's voice, I think they kind of like combine Robert's and mine's together to sort of like in their memory or whatever. But it's really great. It's been very surreal to be a part of something that has captured the pop culture zeitgeist and has gone all around the world, and people around the world know who I am. They know the character, and it's very humbling to know that something I did one day a little over 30 years ago has touched so many lives that has made them think, oh, I want to go help people, and they become EMTs or nurses or they go into the military simply because they want to serve the community, and I think that's really, really cool.
That's great. I know it was like years ago, but the ending where Zordon pretty much sacrificed himself to end almost all evil, like, did you feel like that was a proper ending to your character?
Yeah, it was all part of the heroic arc. I mean, I still believe that Bulk and Skull are the heart of Power Rangers, and their arc is also a very heroic arc. So when they take on the mantle of the hero and get the people to charge and fight back, and Zordon sacrifices himself, I think it brings everything full circle, and that was really a lot of fun to see. So yeah.
As I was talking about, as I said earlier, that you are still touching the new generation, even as you, because people can still watch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on YouTube or on Netflix. It's still available, and now kids are getting into it because of you and the other Mighty Morphin people. Is it weird to still be like a hero to like the little kids even now?
No, it fills my heart to know that people still look up to that, and it's great. And being able to meet and greet the new generations of Rangers that come along, and like I told Russell, when he was the character of Zato, and he echoes Zordon's line, "May the power protect you," I was like, wow. It would have been really great if I'd been able to add my voice to that, so it would have been both of us speaking together, and that would have been a really, really cool moment. But
yeah. I'm surprised they didn't bring you in for that, just to at least for that scene. Was there any talk at all about?
No, there was nobody ever contacted me. Nobody. So I don't know, what the thinking of that was, or if they just didn't want to mess with it or anything like that. So I mean. But it was, I watched the episode, and it was great. I loved it. So.
Yeah, but you still cemented the legacy as Zordon. But aside from that, you also played a villain. You weren't just the mentor. You were also King Mondo in Zordon of Eltar. Was there a kind of transition for character-wise from going from Zordon to King Mondo?
Not really. I mean, villains always have the most fun because they have so much scenery to chew, and they have, they can get real nasty and stuff. So that's always a fun part to play. So it really wasn't a stretch. It was just playtime. So I had a great time doing it. So,
awesome. But you also played a Blue Ranger. You played the voice in Battle for the Grid, I believe. If you were a Power Ranger, would you be a Blue Ranger, or what color do you think you would be?
Yeah, either blue or silver, I think. So that would have been great. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, do you mind? I can cut this out, but do you mind talking about Jason David Frank?
Sure, we can talk about him. I didn't know him that well, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I just wanted to ask you if you had any experience, because I know you didn't interact with him much because you were just mainly doing your voice acting, but were you able to interact with him at all before his passing?
Well, Jason was cast as Tommy after I was, and so I was never on set with him. Mm-hmm. I didn't actually get to meet Jason until 2016, so a number of years after I had left and the show had ended, and so I got to meet Jason at a convention. He was wonderful, he was warm, and he was such a great ambassador for the franchise, and he was traveling all the time and just giving so much back to the fans. He was, in my experience, Jason was a great Power Ranger, and he really sort of represented the best of what the show was. So yeah.
Last question. Do any of the youngins in your family, in your immediate family, direct family, do they watch Power Rangers? Have they seen Zordon and heard your voice and been like, oh my god?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot of extended young kids around, but my nephew watched it and he enjoyed it. My niece knew about it and stuff like that, but they weren't too impressed, I guess. They were just like, oh, That's just Uncle David doing his thing. So yeah.
Is there anything else? Is there anything that the fans can find that you're working on right now, or working on in the future?
I'm just at home working on my fourth book, my fourth Lincoln Bright book. You can find me on Instagram at DJ Zordon, DJ Fielding _Zordon on Instagram. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Come find DJ Fielding at rangerstop Orlando 2025 with all of the rest of your favorite superheroes, and I'll see you guys next time.